Hello, my name is Frei'th.
My name is Sammi.
And this is part 2 of our top 10 2020 K-pop releases. Yeah. I have a list of my top 10 like comebacks in general, and you have your top 5 albums music-wise.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. So since I have more, I'm just gonna do my 10 to 5 real quick.
Yeah. And then we're gonna alternate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm interested to hear because like I haven't heard your list or I don't know anything.
Yeah. We haven't discussed this at all.
No, we're trying to keep this for the video.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of these albums are like I'm not too fond of the songs, but just like the whole comeback was just
the aesthetic and everything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna explain per album. So my 10th is Neo Zone by NCT 127. Kick It, of course, is a fantastic title track. And then there's songs like you already mentioned, Sit Down and Mad Dog.
Mad Dog is so
fantastic.
good. Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of NCT's noise music, like the music that makes you feel like your head is being thrown in a blender and like it's just noise.
Yeah.
I love that, and NCT does that perfectly. And I also really like the aesthetic of the Kick It music video. The styling was fantastic.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It was just a fun era in general. Everyone looked amazing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
Johnny. Like Johnny in that open shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So my 9th is Residence, also by NCT 2020. And now I only listened to a few of the songs, like Make a Wish.
Yeah.
Fantastic, both English and Korean version.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I also really like Misfit.
Misfit is so good.
It is rapper Johnny.
Yeah. Oh.
But the reason why I put this here is just because it's such a fun. I love NCT's concept.
No, yeah.
They're currently 23 members.
Yeah, there's so many.
It's so unique, and just seeing them all together for the first time with the 2 newest members as well. It was just like every release during this era was just a gift.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun during this era, and it's been a very fun time to be an NCT. And
yeah, definitely. And I feel like the song Resonance fits into that album.
Right,
it's not in the album, but I mean it's obviously like part of it. And the video having every member at once is so crazy, and it being like a compilation of like the past songs. It's so good. So
yeah. My 8th is Die by GOT7. Not Die, but Die.
Not.
This is just because it was a very like classic GOT7 album. I especially love there's a B-side called Poison. I've been into GOT7 since 2017.
A long time, yeah. We saw them live in 2018.
Oh right, we did, yeah. They were my alt group for a while.
Yeah, for quite a while.
Yeah, I have a very special love to GOT7. And then I have my 7th is Red Moon by KARD. But this whole album it's a mini album. I think it has like 4 songs. But it has like Red Moon is so addictive. And then there's I can't remember if it's called Baby Go or Go Baby.
Oh yeah, that one.
I believe it was one of my most listened songs this year. And also Red Moon. I think everything about that era. And oh my god, the styling in Red Moon. So all the songs on that album are fantastic. And then my 6th is Tell Us About Yourself. There's no space. It's called Tell Us About Yourself.
Oh, the Baekhyun one.
It's by Baekhyun. I am a huge Baekhyun fan ever since her the album before this, Every Letter I Sent You.
Oh, that's the one with Square.
The one with Square.
Oh, Square.
I could talk about that album for hours, but that was last year.
Yeah.
I haven't really had the time to find a favorite song yet, but the whole album is just such a vibe. And there's just something about her voice, and all of her songs just have like a common feel, a vibe, that I just love so much. I can't remember the name of the title track, but the music video, I watched it like as I was like waiting.
Yeah.
I had class, but I was like at home waiting for the music video to release.
Yeah.
From start to finish, it's an amazing album.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard a single song from it yet.
Oh, you haven't seen the music videos, right?
I haven't seen anything. I'd love to do a reaction to it, and I've been meaning to the last few days. I've just been lazy, but
yeah,
I'll get to it.
Now I'm to the top 5. So now we're gonna take turns. My 5th best comeback of this year was Fade to Love by Monsta X. A lot. I was not too fond of their last album. Of course, like anything Monsta X releases is fantastic. And I'm not just saying that because they're my ultimate group.
Yeah.
But they just generally have very good music. But that album, just none of the songs really like stuck with me too much. So this album, to have an album with so many great songs.
Yeah.
It was like, okay.
It felt
Monsta
almost
X are back.
like a throwback to like their older stuff.
Yeah.
I really like this album, yeah.
Like all the songs on this album are just very top tier Monsta X.
I agree. Yep.
And also, oh my god. First of all, the music to Love Killa.
Yeah.
The music video. I also love that Hyungwon got a lot of both screen time and lines.
Yeah, he feels like the main part of it, honestly.
Yeah, this was his era. They all looked fantastic, and those suits. Shona in that cropped red suit.
Yeah.
The choreography is amazing. Everything just felt very Monsta X, very classic Monsta X.
I agree.
Which is a compliment.
Yes. My 5th. Let's see. My 5th album of this year is Resonance Part 2. Because I remember I saw that Part 1 came out, and I saw that Part 2 was going to come out the month after, and I was like, can he do that? Is that legal?
Is that legal?
Two comebacks, like the month after, but it is like a repackage. But that does mean the album has 21 songs.
Yep.
The sheer amount of content, I think it's like 1 hour and 6 minutes of just NCT. I wouldn't say that I listen to every single song, but it's just the sheer amount of it, and the fact that it has like all the units. Like it has an NCT Dream song, and has a Wavy song, and it has a 1 to 7, and a lot of You. Like it has so many mix-ups and everything, and it has Make a Wish.
Back it up, yeah.
I think the album, it's such a cool idea. Like I feel like they could just keep doing it and just expand, and just eventually they're probably gonna have like a 50 song album or something. But that's my number 5.
Number 4, I already mentioned one of these songs, but my number 4 is the album Take by Mino.
Go.
Which features Love and a Boy. And all of there are a lot of one thing I love about this album is that a few years ago, I think 2016, Mino Mino is from Winner, and then there's Bobby from Icon. So they're both YG. So they had a mini album. I think they released 2 songs together under the subunit called Mob. So it's like Mino and Bobby. So it's Mob. They had 2 songs together, and then they had a solo song each. So I've been waiting for a Mob reunion for a while now, and then Bobby's featured on this album for a song called Okay Man. And it's so good. It was the reason I checked out this album, because I heard that Bobby was on it. I was like, immediately give it to me now. I already talked about a lot about this album in the last video, but there are some other it's also very attractive. So, but I genuinely think this is one of my favorite K-pop releases ever.
Wow.
I don't know if it counts as K-pop really, because it's more of a K-rapper, but he's in a K-pop group, so I guess it counts.
I do love K-rap. I'll have to check that out. My number 4 is Day 6, Even of Day, The Book of Us Glue On, Nothing Can Tear Us Apart, featuring the Denimals 3.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
This was a subunit of Day 6, and there are only 5, and this time there were 3. But man, this album is really good. As I said, one of my favorite tracks, Thanks To and Where the Sea Sleeps, is on this. Now, it would be higher up because, I mean, I love Day 6, but the reason it's a little lower is because it's a very short album, and like half the tracks are like interludes without like any singing and stuff. But it's a very like experimental album with having the Denimals, which is like they're like personas, they're like animal personas sing. But every song in it is like really cozy, and I just love it. And anything Day 6, I'll take and I'll absorb it. So it's an amazing album.
Okay, now my number 3 is Book of Us, The Demon, Day 6.
I became a zombie. 난 또 가라 정처 없이.
Now, if I was gonna be like subjective and only choose music-wise,
Yeah.
of course this would be the number 1. I already made that clear. This album is so fantastic.
It
But
is
the thing
amazing.
for me is that like they're not one of the groups that I stan members quite as much as I do the music.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to like Monsta X or Stray Kids, it's like I watch every V Live, I watch every live performance,
Yeah.
I read all the interviews and all that. But with Day 6, I'm more like, they also don't have choreography. They're not as into having like stage outfits or extraordinary makeup.
Yeah.
So when they release an album, it's like God's gift to humanity.
Yeah, it is the music.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. They release an album and then you listen to it for the rest of your life.
Yep.
But there's no like the hype around promotions isn't really
Yeah,
on
they're
the same level as other groups that I stan.
yeah, they're not marketed as idols really. They're marketed as a band.
Yeah.
Which is what they are. So
Yeah. But like I said, if it was music wise, Day 6 are they're the Temin of
right.
of groups.
Right?
Their
Yeah.
music is just so like all of their songs are just fantastic.
Like if you haven't heard any Day 6 song, just hit shuffle on their entire
Literally.
profile on Spotify. You'll hear something good.
So that was my 3rd.
My 3rd is Monsta X Fatal Love.
You know that 널 언제나 깨쳐봐 난 그것도 나쁘진 않아.
Now we've already talked about this quite a bit, both on our song list and album list. But this album has like only good songs. I like love everything about it. Like Beast Mode, Stand Together, Sorry Not Sorry, Love Killer,
몬스타 X
Love Killer.
아니고
There's also what is it? Last Carnival.
Yeah, there's Guess Who,
yeah.
Gasoline.
Yeah.
We're forgetting.
Yeah. There's no intro to this one, I believe. They only had that for
right, yeah.
No, but it's a very solid Monsta X album. I think that's, in my opinion, is like one of the best comebacks since like We Are Here, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my number 3, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, number
Yeah.
3. We don't have any album honorable mentions, so
No.
we're just gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my 2nd best album / comeback for this year is Go Live by Stray Kids. So I started studying Stray Kids like literally a day before Backdoor came out.
Yeah.
And I fell hard for them. But this entire album, it has like, I don't know how many songs. It's a pretty long album since it's a repackage. But there are so many good albums on this song. I think there's like, every time I listen to the whole album, like from the start to finish, there's a new song that I fall in love with.
Oh.
Like, I guess some of my favorites are, of course, Another Days on this album. There's
that's a really good
also We Go, which is a subunit song with some of the rappers,
Yeah.
Sriracha. They're also, if I had to pick like a top 3 bias line in Stray Kids, it's the 3 of them. So I love that for me. God's Menu is also on this album. Also the intro, I think it's the intro to this album. The tortoise and the hare.
Probably.
I don't know how to pronounce tortoise, but that song is just, it's so weird. Like the first like 10 times I heard that song, I was like, why would they put this on the album? It's so weird. But then as I kept listening, I was like, oh my god, this is the best song I've heard in my entire life.
Yeah, I've barely heard anything from this album. I've only heard a few. Like I've heard Another Day.
And he's on this one too.
Yeah, I've heard any.
Blueprint is on this album too.
Blueprint I've heard. That's a
Yeah.
good song. That's a good
Just
one.
every song on this album is just it's a very no skip album.
Oh.
And also a lot of the looks from the comeback stages, some amazing fan cams, and since I guess I'm a bit biased because this was my first era as a stay, but just a fantastic album and era and everything.
All right, my number 2 album of 2020 is Wonho's Love.
Number 2?
Love Synonym. Number 1. Right for Me.
Keep an open mind, girl.
Wonho is back. We all love it. I've already talked about the songs, Open Mind and Losing You, but like all the tracks are really nice. Like he's got like hard music, the Open Mind, he's got sad music, he's got like soft music. It's just really nice to hear like Wonho have so many lines like for an entire song. This is a very nice album. I love it. And us checking through the photo books, like all the photo books too, was crazy. All those pictures, he looks perfect. This is a really nice album, really nice comeback, or it's more like a debut.
Yeah, it's a
Really?
debut.
Yeah, which is crazy. And he has 2 English tracks
Yeah.
too. Like he's been really practicing his English, and I think it shows. So yeah, that's my number 2.
Yeah.
So now it's your number 1.
Take a guess. My number 1 is of course, this was when we talked about doing this video.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, okay, I should start a document.
yeah.
Number 1 album, Right For Me, Wonho.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt, this is. I don't even listen to all of the songs that much. I really like Open Mind, like I said. We've talked about this album a lot already.
Yeah.
But just like no one wants their ultimate bias to have to leave the group.
Yeah.
It was very, very a hard time for everyone. Just like the excitement of like first the news dropping of all of the allegations being cleared.
Yeah, yeah.
Him getting his own Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
His first selfie.
Yeah.
Album teasers.
Yeah.
The album announcement first
Yeah.
of all. Like everything about that was just pure ecstasy. I
Yeah.
was so happy. Every time he posted, I just freaked out. I still
Yeah.
do every single time.
I remember when the debut was announced and I called you like 80 times when you were sleeping. Because we talked about that before, that situation. And we agreed that I'd call you until you wake
Yeah.
up.
And you called me like 70 times.
Yeah.
And then I finally picked up and you were like, check Instagram. And I was already crying.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm shaking. And I was shaking so much. And
Yeah.
and his Instagram and oh my god.
Yeah.
So this album just represents all of those feelings.
Yeah.
And of course, this album is every single outfit he wore.
Oh, yes.
The makeup,
Yep.
the choreography.
Yeah.
Uh,
The back muscles.
like I said, no one wants their ultimate bias to leave the group, but the amount of Wona content we get when he's in a group of 7 versus when he's a solo artist.
Yeah.
Like all the vlogs on his vlogging channel too.
Oh, yeah.
Like 20 minutes of straight up Wona content.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's just like, it's everything you could want from your ultimate bias. And I am living my absolute best life.
Yeah.
So of course I had to do this as my number 1. It's not just a good debut.
Yeah.
But considering everything he went through before that, it's just so powerful.
Yeah, it's a debut, but also like a comeback of him as a person and everything.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so that was my... my heart is beating so fast. Okay, that was my number 1.
Alright.
Yours, can I guess?
Yeah.
It's day 6.
Yep.
Yup.
It's Book of Us Demon.
I feel like I became a zombie. 머리와 심장이 텅 빈.
It's rare for me to like every single song on an album, but I feel like Day 6, they do it every time.
Every time.
Like they don't miss.
They don't miss.
They don't miss.
Ugh.
But Book of Us Demon, it's just incredible. Never been done before.
Show-stopping. Oh my god.
It's just every song. It's the kind of album where you want to listen to it in order. I don't know I need to like look up like a lexicon of like positive words just to describe this album.
Yes,
Like
oh my God.
all the tracks, it's all the emotions. I feel like Day6 have like the best emotions in their songs.
Why am I alone?
Definitely.
And they have such good lyrics too. Like I love checking the lyrics. It can add so much more emotional weight to them as well. But like with Book of Us Glue On and Book of Us Demon, like they've had a good year, and I can't wait to see what they do in the future. And I hope they have a comeback like soon, like January or February. But this is my number one, definitely. But I absolutely love Synonym. One of those love Synonym, but this is just. Day6, it hits different. It
Like,
hits
'cause
different.
you chose albums, so you like music wise.
Exactly.
And I chose the concept as a whole.
Exactly.
But I think like so this is last album. Which is like, what are the influences?
But you think it was like in every set, the book of the series, all the words, they just I do think they have time to like it. But that was our top 10 songs and also top 10 comebacks / albums. But it's been a good year for K-pop, I'd say. You've discovered Stray Kids. I've also discovered a few artists, or I've varied my taste more. I've tried to listen to more of your recommendations as well, like Becky Aaron, and I'm excited to see what 2021 brings. But this video was a lot of fun to make. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Have fun. Have a nice day. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thanksgiving, Easter, Hanukkah,
Midsummer. Halloween.
Wano's birthday. That's it.
Yep.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.